How's it going, everyone? It's Nathan from Nathan's MRE, and today we do have a very special ration. This particular one is the new style Ukrainian ration. And I've done the old style before. They were really good menus. They had a lot of cans in them. As far as I could tell, this is all retort pouches. Now, got this one off eBay. This is one of those in the middle of the night kind of buys. What the story is on this is the military ration. It does not have the military logos on the bag. And the story is this is bought directly from the factory. And I think I mentioned this before in the live stream. This is becoming a more commonplace. If guys can't get the actual branded, military branded ration, they get these. So my biggest concern about this, it came in the mail, and are you ready for this one? It came with the label on the MRE bag, no box. It came just like this. So what I did when I first came in, I cut a little hole in the corner just so I could smell it. It doesn't stink. It doesn't smell like anything rotten. So it's anybody's guess. We're gonna find out right now though, what's happened to this thing. Okay, so let's go and cut this baby open. And like always, do it correctly. Nice. Links in the description. An Amazon store. They're less than 20 bucks. A really cool knife. Anyway, gotta say it. If I don't say it, everybody asks. Alright, let's cut this thing open, but let's not cut anything inside. I'm really surprised that that stayed intact. And that is a massive ration. Good night. Look at that thing. Okay, so we have Ration Heater. So what is going on with this? It has 3 giant elements in it. No, it's 4. But only 1 bag. Man, I know if we pour water in that with 4 of those in there, it's going to be a hell of a show. Okay, anyway, we'll get back to that here in a minute. We have 3 different bags here. 3 different green bags. So I'm guessing one is lunch, breakfast, and dinner. Let's get the translator out and figure that out. Okay, so we have breakfast and 2 dinners is how this one's set up. So we do have a production date on here on the main bag of 4/5/2018 and 1/4/2019 for the expiration date. So they're only good about a year. Actually, according to this, a little less than a year. So I don't know, maybe there's some good stuff in it. It's kind of a very odd ration. We just don't know much about it. Nobody's reviewed one of these before, as far as I know. So let's go ahead and cut the breakfast open first, and we'll see kind of what's going on in here. It's a super, super, super heavy ration. Oh, I got to rip the tab off. I know how some of you guys. I know how some of you guys get if I don't tear the tab totally off. Okay. So this is the breakfast. So we have some crackers that are squished, which I mean, obviously I would, think that would be the case since the way it's shipped. We have some raisins, looks like white and brown. We have a chocolate bar that did not get broken. And it looks to be the standard issue European chocolate. And all this stuff, the expiration date is the same as the main package, which is kind of odd. Usually this stuff's longer or not, but they're all expired within a year. We have a very civilian looking little accessory pack with your spoon, some napkins or teepee in a clear bag. And we have, let me see here. I think that's going to be salt. Let me stop it here. Hold on. Okay, so our main is porridge with rice and chicken. And we have a pack of coffee. We have some salt. We have a chewing eraser, which I guess is chewing gum, obviously. We have a pack of sugar. And then we have a moist towelette. So that's all that's in the breakfast part of it. Okay, so first things first. Let's get the bottom of this. We don't need that. We don't need that. I'll tell you why right now. Because we have a sport from foreignmre.com. Links in the description. I'll put their website in the description. If you don't know about that, go pick you one up. They've helped my channel out tremendously, so the least we could do is advertise a little bit for them. Anyway, everything's on the tray. However, we've got to sort this out. We don't need that. Nutrition sheet. Yeah, so 4 heaters. Alright, like they're all exactly the same. We surely don't need 3 of those for this meal, we just need 1. So, the best I could tell is use 1 per meal. Have an extra one though. You just reuse the same bag, because there's only 1 bag, right? I mean, we put them all 4 in there, we're probably going to burn the house down, so let's not do that. I know we have to take this out of the bag. Okay. Go ahead and drop that in there. Put our chicken rice porridge in there. Water, barely reached that guy. And then we have a line for Min and Max. Yeah. Let's go ahead and fill her up to somewhere in the middle, maybe. That's a fair amount of water. And a piece of tape would be nice, but I guess we don't have that, so we'll make do. Try to get nice and saturated. See the element right there. Maybe we'll set it right there for safety reasons. And we'll go on about our business. I heard the buzzer went off a few minutes ago, so we know the coffee's done. Let's go and open up our raisins. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I hear it. I don't know. It's already super hot on the bottom of that. Uh-oh. Good night. That's burning hot on the bottom of that. Okay, let's let's put a towel down on the floor. We'll put that on the floor because we want to burn it. Okay, moving on. Get our what looks like a Panzer waffle in a Lithuanian ration, but they must not be because they're broken. And we all know if that was the case, they wouldn't be broken. I mean, they're broken, but they're still usable. And let's take a look real quick. No caraway. A little bit soft, to be honest with you. A little bit dry, too. Okay. Man. Try some of our raisins real quick while our main's still cooking. Nice and fresh, no problems there at all. Get the coffee going, the main should be done here in just 1 second. Okay, the main's done. I just wrestled out of the bag. The ration heater is still just raging. And we're gonna squish it down here so we can tear it open. It is smoking hot. That ration heater has plenty of life left in it too. All right, so let's go and rip this guy open. It has white chalky stuff all over it though from being in the heater. Yeah, see. Just easier for camera wise to cut it. And that way you get it all opened up. All right, so the chicken meat and rice porridge. A little bit odd for breakfast, I might have to say. And there we are. It's quite a large amount. And, no, it doesn't particularly say. That's 35 kilogram or 0.35 kilograms, I guess. I don't know. Anyhow, moving on. Let's go ahead and try this guy out here. We have some carrots. We have some actual chunks of chicken fat. We have our rice. It smells very good. It smells almost like a Russian kasha, which is kind of what it is, in a sense, I guess. But not with buckwheat. Now, let's go ahead and try a bite and see. It actually is very tasty. It's very moist. It's not all dry and weird. Now, granted, it is really fresh, so you're gonna have that. Try another bite and see. Perfect, man. Perfect. That's probably some of the better kasha type entrees I've had. What kind of filthy animal are we here? We didn't wipe our hands off. And we have a really nice moist towelette. Actually made of like a woven cotton. Not your typical touch it and fall apart cotton, but an actual towel. So I guess you could use it to wipe your backside if need be. Has a nice semi-perfumey smell to it. Just a little bit of smell, not offensive. And yeah, overall, this has turned out to be a pretty good ration. I'm really curious to see what the rest of it's going to bring. Do our coffee here. Looks like maybe an instant kind of coffee. A little hard to get out of the package. Give that a little stir. We'll see what the bitterness level of this is. Jump into this dessert real quick and see what it's all about. Very peculiar package they got here for the chocolate. But the chocolate is not blooming or anything. It is very nice shape. Have your standard European / Russian flavored chocolate. Very semi-sweet, darker chocolate. Now, we have our salt and our sugar, but I don't really see much need for it. The sugar maybe for the coffee. Let's go and take a drink of that and find out. It has a nice foam on top. Very hot. No, the coffee's very mild. Very nice. I'm not even a big coffee person at all. That's a nice cup of coffee. So, overall, not bad. I tell you what, this main is just really good. Really good. Try the tooth eraser out. Dang, man. There she is. The tooth eraser. Clean your chiclets, right? Wow. That's like straight out toothpaste. That is no joke. Whoa. Man. Okay, on to lunch. Okay, so we're back, guys. I think we're going to go ahead and do these two dinners at the same time. They both say dinner. They're dinner sets, so yeah, I don't know. Hopefully not exactly the same thing. I don't think that's going to be the case. Unfortunately, they don't want me to find out. And let's cut them open and see. Let's go ahead and do that right now. I mean, it is some pretty tough plastic too. Apparently it made it here not being in a box, so it has to be pretty good. So this one has quite a bit of stuff. It's got a couple packs of sugar. 2 packs of sugar. Has some crackers. These aren't really broken though, which is a good thing. We have some English breakfast tea. We have a wet nap. We have, oh, awesome, a sachet of honey. That's kind of unexpected. It doesn't feel like it's all hard either. That should go very well with that breakfast tea. We have our accessory pack. And we have our tooth eraser. We have our coffee. We have our salt. Translate these real quick. And we have our barley and pork porridge. If there's anything like a chicken porridge, it's going to be freaking awesome. We have some beef stew. This guy here won't translate. We'll come back to that here in a little bit. So let's shove this back. Let's go and unpack this guy here. So far, this has been a very wonderful ration. I sound like somebody's grandma saying that. Very wonderful. Whoop. Try not to cut into the contents of this other bag. Oh, it's just accessory pack. We know what we're going to do with that. So let's go ahead and dump this guy here out. There's just a mountain of food in these. Okay, so these translate to wheat. I'm not really sure if this is exactly the same. It looks like it is. Maybe some kind of cereal. Once we open it up here in just a little bit. But we hit it with the translator. And it just doesn't say much. This one says rye. I don't know if it's crackers, some kind of cookies, or what it is. We have a massive, massive, massive main. We have another package of English breakfast tea, our tooth eraser, our wet nap, and then our salts. We'll put those over there. These cookies got kind of squished pretty bad. And then we have all kinds of different stuff in these. Vitamin formula cherry. And it's like a liquid. That should be interesting. Then we have another thing of sugar. And then something feel wet? No, I think it's just cold. And this one says soup for the city, broth and beef. That's interesting. And this one is potato stew with vegetables and pork. Man, I'm pretty excited about this. It's starting to be one hell of a feast. So let's go ahead and get her done up. Okay, so we're getting a little crazy with the ration here. We're going to be running on both barrels on this one. We got 2 of the heaters packed in here. We have 3 packages of food in there. I think there's enough room to slip the 4th. I don't know if it'll heat up like this, but we're going to go ahead and try it. And the question is, do I double the dose of water since it we got double the water? You don't know. Cram her on in there. So maybe we'll try it like that. We'll flip this bad boy around a little bit so we can see. If we could even see how much water's in it. Maybe that'll be enough. Well, let's try and see. We'll set it over to the side and see what happens, and let's get the rest of the stuff onto the tray. Well, it's working. Dang, man. It's just boiling all the water out of it. We got it tilted up a little bit off the floor. So let's see how it does. We'll give it a good 10 minutes. Okay, so let's go ahead and see, out of curiosity, what exactly these are. Okay, so they're just like little crisp breads, almost like a crouton. Huh. So that was the rye. This is the wheat. It's almost like a semi-sweet, just like a dried bread. A little bit on the different side. Okay, so maybe we'll shove that back just a little bit. We'll get that here in a minute. We have soup, so maybe the crouton thing will work out good with the soup. Let's put the soup in this. I think we're gonna need a pretty big tanker for this soup. It's gonna be a pretty big deal. And maybe we'll make sure that's squished down before we go slice it open. That's a pretty dang thick package too. And they had an option for this soup. One of them was borscht, and I wanted the seller to send me that, but you know, it acted like it didn't always have everything in stock. Oh man, looks almost like poopy, huh? It doesn't smell like it though. That's a lot of soup. Good night. One thing about these rations, you better be really hungry. Look at that. Man, oh man. Okay, so the beef broth soup is over there in the measuring cup. This is beef stew. That's interesting. It's like Tashanka, but with like a thicker kind of gravy stuff on it. And that really is a massive amount of food. Okay, so the beef stew for this minute could go right there. Okay, so this is potatoes, the vegetables, and pork. The answer to the question, did the ration heater heat everything up? Yes, it did. Everything's really hot. So let's go ahead and, that's really soupy also. Almost like a soup. That's not gonna fit in there. I might have to get another bowl here. Okay, I have a mixed mash bowl here. I do need to get some bowls and glasses just for the channel that are all mashing and all clear, especially for the glasses. So let's go ahead and dump this out in here. I see chunks of potato and pork in there. I don't know. I like to see the guy that could eat all this stuff in one day, man. You definitely have to be a pretty big dude to make all that work out. We'll set that right there for right now. And this was the pork porridge. And this looks just like the chicken porridge. Good deal. The chicken porridge was totally awesome. That's a lot. That's that's a crazy amount of food. Crazy amount of food. Look at that. There's so much it doesn't even almost fit on there. This one's starting to cool off already. No, it's just that full of pork. Look at all the meat in there. It's just solid, like a damn pork chop with rice around it. We'll start off with this. Yep. It's like a pork chop with rice. It's actually real meat. It's not like processed. It's just like the chicken porridge. Very nice flavor to it. The chicken porridge had a lot of chicken stock in it. You gotta drink of this tea, man. English breakfast tea does not disappoint. However, a little squidge of honey in there. The honey did not tear open correctly at all. All right, there we go. Honey is a little bit sugary. As we all know, honey never, ever, ever goes bad. As far as I know. And then give her a little stir with that. Perfect. You can't ask for any more than that. Absolutely perfect. Let's move on to the, was it pork stew? This was the beef stew. The beef stew, nice red chunks of beef in it. Has like a, almost like a brisket with like a salty kind of broth or gravy to it. Even a little bit of a smoke flavor to it. It is actually very, very nice. All right. We're gonna move on. I'm barely fitting on there. To the pork stew. And the pork has like potatoes. That's really about it. Potatoes and broth. And the pork, it's a lot finer pork, almost like a ground up pork. That is a very, very nice. Very good. A few chunks of pork in it, but not real super chunky like some of the other stuff here. So maybe I'll do a little bit of that. I think that's probably what they're going for. Come back out here in just a minute. And then our soup here, there's actually chunks of stuff floating in it. The piece of onion, a piece of potato, some beans, some beef, a piece of carrot or two in there. Man, oh man. All right, let's take a bite without spilling it everywhere. Oh, wow. Has almost like a sweet flavor to it. That is very different than anything I've ever had. It does almost like it has sugar in it. Maybe we'll let that sit for a minute. We'll come back to this guy here. Our croutons should maybe be sucking up some of that. I call it croutons. Maybe it's classified as bread, but it's just like a crouton. That's perfect. That's absolutely perfect. Here goes the rye one. Man. This meal, this might be, if it came down to this or a French ration, I don't know. I'm going to tell you right now, it's pretty good. Now, you can also use these crackers also. We don't really have any dessert with this. We have our honey I guess you could put that on a cracker for dessert. The only dessert was in the breakfast portion of it. Let's take a drink of coffee before we do this. This might be very interesting. Just like the breakfast coffee, not bitter at all, not offensive at all. The vitamin paste here, this could be interesting. Is it like Vegemite or is it? No. Well, don't look like it. Kind of red looking. It tastes like jelly. Nice and sweet, like jelly or jam, or like a marmalade kind of stuff. So that could be your dessert. That could go on your crackers, eat with your croutons, whatever you prefer. Man, what a ration. I don't know if these are even available yet in the United States. Definitely gotta say something to foreignmre.com about it, and maybe they get some in one day for too much longer. Depends on what kind of deal they could find. That, my friends, is gonna be it. I'm actually sweating. This ration was so big. Gonna be it for this huge, brand new Ukrainian ration. Could not be more happier. Thanks for watching, guys, and have a good day.
Козак за Дунай, сказав дівчині прощай, і конику вороненький, скачи та гуляй.